And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts for one of the final two games before the All-Star break. Oh, look at that. My signature's on there somewhere. From Fenway Park, it is the Toronto Blue Jays as they visit the Boston Red Sox. Both sides looking to climb the American League before we get into the All-Star break and make their final push for... Well, Brandon Nimmo's phasing in and out of the wall there. Make their final push for both the All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby. Jacob deGrom will be on the mound this evening for the Red Sox in what should be a interesting affair, this one. Jacob deGrom versus that of Logan Webb. And to start things off, it's going to be Bobby Witt Jr. 240 average this season, 5 RBI, amongst 5 others. That's a ball on the team with 5 RBI or more to their name. That being Witt, Guerrero, Lindor, Hernandez, and Seiya Suzuki. That one hit in the air pretty well to the right side. That looks, however, like it will be caught by that of Pete Crow Armstrong, and it is. That will be the first out. Here's the rest of the order for the Toronto Blue Jays. Bryson Stott making a case for the All-Star team, batting second. Vlad Guerrero Jr. batting third. He's been on fire. Mike Trout batting fourth. Francisco Lindor, Teoscar Hernandez, Seiya Suzuki, Cal Raleigh, and Brandon Nimmo round out the order for the Canada's team. First offering to Bryson Stott. And again, he's been on somewhat of a tear so far this season. You know, I think considering last season he wasn't necessarily one of the impactful players on this Blue Jays side, he's definitely come into his own and has kind of done the Lord's work here realistically for the Blue Jays this season. Only has 1 RBI to his name, but has a 347 average. You know, one of those players getting on base is really important for this side. But he's not going to do that here, as that ball actually hit him. But he had went around on the swing anyway. And that's going to be the second out. That brings it over now to Vlad Guerrero. Guerrero batting .375 on the season. 5 RBI, 3 extra base hits. No home runs, however, for Vlad Guerrero. But he's had a hell of a go of it. 1-0 the count. 8th offering from deGrom. That one foul. Good throw by the home plate umpire. That one fouled behind. Kind of slightly off character for Guerrero to foul behind a middle fastball like that. 1-2, that one hit in the air, foul. Well, Guerrero getting good contact for the time being, but he hasn't quite been able to hit it squarely. See what he can do here, 1-2. deGrom looking to go outside, and that's exactly what he does. Slider on the outside edge. That one gets past Guerrero, and that retires the side in order. deGrom strikes out 2 of the 3 he faces. And over now to the bottom of the first. And leading off for the Red Sox will be Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll have to go against Logan Webb on the mound in this one. Logan Webb so far has been one of the better starters for Toronto. Paul Skeens has had a difficult go of it, not necessarily by his own doing, just on account of he hadn't necessarily had the run support behind him. And, you know, the Blue Jays definitely one of those teams, they thrive better in the second and third games and series. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out, considering that following the All-Star break, they're all one-offs. Here's the first offering to PCA. PCA, 5 RBI in the season, 2 home runs. One of the joint leaders on the team of home runs this season, alongside Ketel Marte and Rafael Devers. Matter of fact, all 4 of the first 4 batters for the Red Sox batting in surplus of 250. Check swing. Home plate umpire is going to ring up PCA. PCA to 250. Marte 320. Devers 272. Bregman at a 428. 0-2 hit on the ground and foul. PCA delivered a walk-off in Game 2 versus Seattle. Been kind of undoubtedly the highlight of his season so far, and a sinker low of the zone for ball 1. As Logan Webb nearly had the immaculate inning on play there. Hit on the ground, right side, gloved by Guerrero, thrown to Webb. That's going to be close at the bag, but it does end up going the way of Logan Webb, and that's the first out. Here's the rest of the order for the Boston Red Sox. Ketel Marte at second, Devers the DH, Bregman at third, Dansby Swanson the shortstop. Berger playing first, Wilyer Abreu in left, George Springer replaces Cody Bellinger in the lineup, as he did before, in right field. Ryan Jeffers the catcher. And it is now Ketel Marte. That drops PCA to a 240 average. Marte batting 320, 5 RBI,
no, that missed.
as well as an additional 2 home runs. And foul. Boston's lineup, very similar to Seattle in that respect, very top-heavy. A lot of great hitters in the first half of the lineup. That one's hit up the middle, gloved by Bobby Witt, thrown to first, and that's the second out. Rafael Devers stepping up now. As everything falling on my desk. Devers, as we said, batting 272, also 5 RBI and 2 home runs. As we said, again, the top half of the order for Boston, very top-heavy. Once you get past Dansby Swanson batting 238. Berger at a 166. Bellinger actually didn't register a hit in 14 plate appearances. Abreu at a 166. Jeffers is doing all right. He's at a 333, 5 for 15. Got a pair of RBI on his season as well. 2 outs here. To Rafael Devers, hit on the ground, right side, diving play by Stott, thrown to first, got him. Wow. Bryson Stott, talk about a highlight play to get yourself in contention for the All-Star team. That's the type of defensive work you want to see from a second baseman. After 1, it's scoreless. For the Blue Jays, that's going to bring up Mike Trout. Trout is 8 for 19 on the season, 421 batting. Only has 1 home run in the season, but 4 of his 8 hits go for extra bases. Hell of a stat line that is. Here's the first offering to Trout. And, well, you were wondering about a home run. There it is. Goodbye. Talk about a way to make an immediate impact in this game. Mike Trout makes himself 9 for 20 on the season. Solo shot here to begin the second. And that puts Canada's team up 1-0. Well, he got the first pitch he saw. It only kind of stayed fair. I believe it actually may have been off the foul pole. No, it made it inside genuinely. That brings up now Francisco Lindor. Lindor at a 350 average. Very possible he makes an impact here as well. 7 RBI. Tied for the team lead in RBI alongside Seiya Suzuki. Suzuki playing we talk about players that, are making immediate impacts on these sides. Seiya Suzuki has done phenomenally for Toronto this season. Almost surprisingly phenomenally. I would actually take that back and say genuinely surprisingly phenomenally. He's done brilliant. One fouled behind as well, 1-2 to Lindor. Following Lindor is going to be the designated hitter of Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez himself is 5 RBI on the season. He's played well. 1-2. That one well outside, and Lindor bites. First out of the inning, and that brings up Hernandez with a 368 average, 5 RBI, 3 extra base hits, and a home run to his name. Well, I tell you what, he wanted to go around for that one. Held off. The fastball was on the inside edge and goes for strike 1 anyways. Previous pitch fouled off. 0-2 for Hernandez. Swung on a miss for strike 3. Great pitch from DeGrom. And that will be the second out. Seiya Suzuki stepping up now. Suzuki batting .315. 7 RBI, as we said, only one of those for extra bases. Only has 1 home run as well. He has done a lot of work as a base hit ball player so far this season. Down foul. We take a look at the American League standings heading in to the, I guess technically you'd call it the second half. We're beyond the halfway mark anyway. That one's foul. Blue Jays atop the division 5-4. Although technically I would say a game behind the Tigers, as that one hit on the right side. That will get down for a base hit. And that as well will make Suzuki 7 for 20 on the season at a .350 average. And that brings up Cal Raleigh, the catcher. Cal Raleigh, 294, 5 for 17. He's got 4 RBI of his own on 3 extra base hits. Anyway, the Tigers having taken both games versus Seattle. 6-4 at +9 in the run differential. The Red Sox at 5-4, +5. Blue Jays 5-4, +10. So realistically, whoever wins this game here will at least be guaranteed second in the American League. White Sox at a 4-6. Now the White Sox, despite having a horrendous start to the season, as a throw-on down from second, and Suzuki is in there safely, and that'll be the first stolen base of the season for Seiya Suzuki. Despite the horrendous start to the season that the White Sox had, they actually started to kind of build some momentum, got themselves, 3 wins on the bounce. Done well. That one hit in the air to what appears to be shallow right center. PCA under it, and that will retire the side. Into the bottom of the second now. Mike Trout doing the work here for Toronto. Solo shot to lead off the inning on the first pitch he sees. And it's a 1-0 ball game. That now brings up Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman, by the way, .428 average this season. Only the 3 RBI on 2 extra base hits, but I want to talk about a guy that can get the ball in play. This is who you want. And the cutter inside. I think the problem is you want to look at such a great field of third basemen here in the American League. Let's also not forget Jose Ramirez for the White Sox. Where's the White Sox at? Jose Ramirez enters the All-Star break for the White Sox, leading the American League in RBI with 12 and 3 home runs. He has been on fire, and by the way, that's why he was the American League MVP last season as well. And it's a shame that Alex Bregman is having such a good season, but he's just not quite going to get the recognition for it, because Jose Ramirez is just seemingly doing better. I mean, there's nothing else really to say. Jose Ramirez has had a hell of a season. 2-2 here for Bregman. Hit on the ground, foul, as Lindor was getting ready to chase that one down. Lindor, another batter you can confidently fit into that conversation. Pretty much missing out on the All-Star festivities just on account of Jose Ramirez doing better. Bregman's going to strike out looking here, surprisingly. I kind of figured he was going to have somewhat of a hack at that, but chose not to. And Dansby Swanson takes the first offering, a changeup down the middle for strike 1. This, by the way, on the night of which the MLB draft is taking place in real life. There's the 0-1. Sinker's going to go low, 1-1 the count. Earl Hendricks, the home plate umpire for this evening. And just a reminder, coming up after this, we do have for you what should be a fantastic clash between the Miami Marlins and the Milwaukee Brewers. That should be a brilliant game. 1-1, swung on the low sinker, 1-2. 1-2. Logan Webb, for the time being, has a good feel on things. Dansby Swanson will foul that one behind. We'll do it again. Cutter didn't quite cut towards the outside like Webb was planning. He's a bit lucky that Swanson hit on that one rather late. It remains 1-2. Change up on the bottom edge, and Dansby Swanson is going to strike out looking. Well, a good inning for the time being by Logan Webb, and he goes up now against Jake Berger. That one is well hit but foul. Berger this season batting .166, 3 for 18. One of his 3 hits that he does have is an RBI, or is a double for an RBI. Sweeper on the outside. 0-2 as that one clips the edge. Inside. Hit on the ground, right side, gloved by Stott, thrown over to Guerrero at first, and that does retire the side. Logan Webb is dealing for the time being. Whether or not it stays that way, we'll have to find out. After 2, it's 1-0 Blue Jays. Brandon Nimmo, and then the top of the order, Bobby Witt and Bryson Stott, due up for the Blue Jays. And as we said, Brandon Nimmo stepping in. Now, Brandon Nimmo is not having a good season. That part is absolutely for true. Only batting .111 on the season, despite being the Silver Slugger last season. In the case of the designated hitters, 2 for 18 this season. 3 RBI.
Ball.
You know, I mean, he's in this lineup as a power hitter. And I think realistically being a power hitter is kind of a risk, especially when you can't necessarily get on base as much as you can hit for power. And I think that's really the issue that Nimmo's running into. He's a great ball player, but he cannot get on base. Change up on the inside edge, 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and down goes Nimmo once more. And that'll bring up the top of the order with Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt 0 for 1. Flew out to right center. And a fastball inside.
That missed.
And a changeup outside.
2 balls, no strikes.
It's one thing a lot of these Blue Jays players have been good at doing this season. They can pick their pitches really, really well. You know, the majority of the team, all but one player, is batting above 250. Sorry, all but 2, now that Witt has actually fallen below that, as that's a chopper to short. Swanson making the throw, and that's actually a great play from Dansby Swanson. And that'll be the second out. So, but as we were saying, all but 2 players in the lineup for the Blue Jays batting over 250. That's a fantastic way to be.
Ball.
And by the way, for what it's worth, only one other batter on the team is batting in the 200. That's Cal Raleigh at the 277. Everyone else is above 300. Stott at 333 coming into this at-bat. Guerrero 360. Trout 450. Lindor 333. Hernandez 350. Suzuki 350. And then Raleigh at 277. Nimmo at 100. 2-1 the count as the previous offering fouled. This will be the 40th offering for DeGrom, after Logan Webb ending the previous inning at only about 27 pitches, roughly. DeGrom is having to battle in this game, and for what it's worth, he's not that far out of it. That one's going to be the dirt 3-2. Vlad Guerrero Jr. on deck, struck out in his first appearance. That one foul, we'll do it again. Yeah, these guys are definitely battling DeGrom here very well. Despite only being up 1 run, it definitely feels like they got a handle on him. That could change. Get on the ground foul. stop being the phenomenal contact hitter that he's been. Let's see how he handles this at-bat here. 3-2 from DeGrom. That one fouled as well. Long at-bat, this one. Bryson Stott doing a hell of a job. Not quite giving up yet. That one, a slider trickles to within over the... Nah, never mind. Slider makes its way onto the plate only just, and Bryson Stott goes down looking. And that does retire the side in order into the bottom of the third. Red Sox still have yet to get a hit in this one. Wilyer Abreu stepping up now. Abreu 3 for 18, 166 on the season, a pair of doubles for him, no RBI registered. It has been a tough go of it for Wilyer Abreu. This being the guy that I saw not too long ago hit at both a inside the park home run and a grand slam in the same game. That one hit in the air quite well, out towards right center. Back for it is Nimmo, and that one is gone. Wow, and about the deepest part of the ballpark, Abreu goes deep. 427 feet. That thing needed to carry, and it did, and that is not only the first home run of the season, that's the first RBI of the season registered for Wilyer Abreu. And this is a tie ball game. I think even Brandon Nimmo was a little surprised at how well it was hit. He didn't react to it initially, and that thing refused to die out. Got about 3 rows up at the edge of the seating section, but goodness me, that was a hell of a ride. It's over now to George Springer. Springer 0 for 4 in the 4 plate appearances he has had for the Red Sox. Not been that many, but it could be worse. It could be 0 for 14 like Cody Bellinger. Just when you think it's bad, it could always be worse. It's 0-2.
0-2.
Springer was fun to watch last season for Toronto. It's fun to watch this season for Toronto in real life. 1-2 the count. Oh, big swing and a miss there from Springer, and that does register the first out, and I believe that will bring up now Ryan Jeffers. Jeffers batting .333, pair of RBI in the season for him, 5 for 15. He's had a halfway decent go of it. A lot of these teams, you know, kind of have one addition to the side that you kind of figured maybe it was a bit of a risk putting him in, right? Ryan Jeffers in this game is only about a 75 overall rated player. And, I mean, he's done more than some 80s. I mean, you want to look at Byron Buxton for the Seattle Mariners 0 for 11. You want to look at Corey Seager 1 for 14. You want to look at Michael Harris II 1 for 21. Jeffers is defying all the odds for the Boston Red Sox. This is an even game 1-1. 2-1 the count. That one foul. That one's inside. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck, and if you're Logan Webb, you got to figure this out relatively quickly. This guy looked unhittable until Abreu put that one in the outfield bleachers. Still looking pretty good, but I mean, we have, I think, to this point, yet to see him even allow an at-bat to a 3-2 count. That was the first hit of the game from Wilyer Abreu for the Red Sox. That one is going to get down for a base hit. It's going to trickle off the ball boy. Thrown over to second, and I tell you what a placement hit there from Ryan Jeffers. Gets himself to first. That was, for all intents and purposes, one of the best places you could possibly hit a baseball. Right there on the ground. Get it in a position where the first baseman can't get it, nor will the right fielder in time. That does bring up Pete Crow Armstrong. That brings Jeffers up to a 375 on the season. PCA is 0 for 1 today, and you got to think double play ball is in effect if given the opportunity. Having said that, PCA is 0 for 1 with a ground out, so, you know, it is possible. But the 1-0. That one fouled off the inside of the plate. Well, he was always going to swing at that. I think Webb a little bit lucky he didn't connect with it better. It was actually a great pitch there from Webb to be able to waste a strike on that sort of thing, as that one's hit pretty well in the air to the right side, although I don't think it's going to be hit well enough for Brandon Nimmo to have to worry about anything. No advancement from the runner. And that does, in fact, bring up the second out. So now it's over to Ketel Marte. Now he's 0 for 1 as well with a ground out so far. As the Green Monster is pelvic thrusting on top of the dugout. That one foul. That one foul. And quickly, Marte is down 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And Ketel Marte goes down swinging, but not before. Wilyer Abreu puts a one-run shot on the board. We go to the top of the fourth. This is a tie ball game at 1 apiece. And, of course, you get yourself a false cameo there by Boog Shambi and Chris Singleton, but, you know. Vlad Guerrero stepping up to the plate. Again, doesn't actually have a home run this season. Hit up the middle. Gloved by Swanson. Thrown over to first, and that will easily be the first out. I'll tell you what, again, this Toronto side, if they're good at anything, it is getting contact on the ball. And with that is going to go into grounding out. It just has to be said. The first offering to Trout, that one was given a ride but foul. DeGrom is super lucky that Trout didn't take him deep for the second time today. And the slider low. Justin Slayton warming up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Hit on the ground, left side, over to the hot corner. Trouble gloving it from Bregman, thrown to first. Trout is going to be safe, I think. What will that go down as? That does go down as a base hit, and I think rightfully so. As that one was off the wrist of Bregman at third. Couldn't get the glove to it. Difficult play to make, especially on the backhand, and having to outreach as far as he had to. Yeah, that was one of those plays you just kind of have to erase from your memory real quickly, because there's not much else he could have done differently. First offering to Lindor is fouled away. Lindor is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Runner on first, 1 out. Checks over to first, and throw is high. And the fastball high. Oh, big swing there from Lindor, chasing the high fastball. Inside. That one foul. And I think DeGrom a little lucky that Lindor chased that one. That was a great pitch. It was going to be just outside. And as well, I think Lindor was a little surprised he swung at that. No surprise there. That one is actually belted, but foul. Hit on the ground, left side, foul again. This is good, though, for the Blue Jays. Even if you end this inning striking out here, get DeGrom up in the pitch count as much as you possibly can. Make them put on a reliever for that final inning. Trickles to third. 4-3. That's the inning. Great play there from Bregman after taking that one off the wrist earlier. Double play ball to end the inning. Still 1-1 after 3.5. That now brings up Rafael Devers. Hey, Rafi, can I get a follow? No, but you'll probably get heartbreak because that's what Rafael Devers does to Boston fans, as it turns out. The amount of generational talents that have gone the wayside for the Boston Red Sox is more than I can count. Jimmy Garcia and Nick Sandlin warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. I think Garcia would be a better choice for the fifth inning if given the opportunity. 1-1 the count. Although, you'd have to consider keeping Webb in the game. Only about to hit 50 pitches this inning. I mean, this has been a good game from him. Despite giving up the home run. Like, let's be real. It has been a good game from Logan Webb, similar it has been for Jacob deGrom. So I think if either side puts in a reliever pitcher, that would be a difficult decision. I think the wrong decision to make. In the dirt, and I tell you what, Webb was slightly lucky that Devers fouled that one away. We'll do it again here, 2-2 the count. Hit on the ground right side. That's going to get through for a base hit as Guerrero can't make the diving play at first. And Rafael Devers makes his trip to first. That brings up Alex Bregman with a runner on first and nobody out. That is a huge swing of the bat there for the Boston Red Sox. And Rafael Devers doing well as he has. Webb remains in the mound. Bregman stepping up. Bregman batting .391 on the season. Not a good position to be in if you're Logan Webb. However, double play ball. Get Dansby Swanson, or potentially even Jake Berger at that rate. Those are two players that you can end the inning on. But Webb's got to make this happen now. That's the thing. You cannot risk getting into the 60s in the pitch count late in the game and, getting tired.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, it's a quick 0-2 to Bregman. Check swing, points over to first. That was going to be an egregiously bad call if Bregman had gone around on that one. Very obvious hold. Bit of a odd appeal there from Raleigh, and it looks like that one's going to go in the dirt. Devers does not advance to second, 2-2 the count. And as we said, we're getting into dangerous territory now for Logan Webb, allowing this at-bat to go longer than it should have. Of course, Bregman's no joke at the plate. Hit on the ground. 5-4-3. 2 outs on the board. And that was kind of the... it has to be said. That's exactly what you wanted to happen there if you're a Blue Jays fan. Brings up Dansby Swanson. Cutter outside. Swanson batting .227 on the season. Again, here's the issue that I think is running into right now for Logan Webb. He has to sit down Dansby Swanson, okay? You go into that 5th inning. Let's say you don't sit down Swanson right now. Let's say you bring up Berger. If you get Berger out, the next 3 batters, Wilyer Abreu, George Springer, and Jeffers. It's a 3-0 count. And Webb has not even gotten close to striking him out here. Let's break this down, right? Abreu with a .210. He can get on base. Jeffers at a .375. He will absolutely get on base. Springer we don't know much about yet. He's 0 for 5. Pete Crow Armstrong's already got a walk-off and 5 RBI this season. And Webb walks Dansby Swanson. That was not the ending of an at-bat there for Logan Webb. Again, we talk about Boston having a very, I wouldn't say a low-quality bottom half of the order, but kind of a lower-quality bottom half of the order. And you're going to allow the chance. Two of your final three batters that you're going to have to face in that fifth inning are actually pretty competent at the plate. And then, not only have you got to worry about Pete Crow Armstrong, then Ketel Marte, then Rafael Devers. Realistically, if Logan Webb doesn't strike out Jake Berger here, this game is going to belong to Boston. That's just how it's going to be. I could be wrong, but if I had to make educated guess here, I think Boston's going to be looking at a victory if Toronto isn't careful and if Logan Webb isn't careful, and it's a 3-1 count already. With Wilyer Abreu on deck. Abreu's already got a homer in this one. 3-1 to Berger. Foul. Count moves to full. What does Webb do here? He's got to realistically pitch to contact, get that play at first. Jake Berger is not going to outrun the throw to first. Oh, and I tell you what, that's not what I thought he should have done, but it absolutely worked. As Webb threw it immediately inside, and Berger, for whatever reason, took a big swing and a miss. That now brings up Justin Slayton on the mound for the Red Sox. What I can say is that would almost guarantee a pitching change for the Blue Jays as well. Logan Webb did not have a good fourth inning, and with the more difficult part of the order coming up, that's got to be what they're thinking about here, realistically. Top of the fifth, Teoscar Hernandez stepping up. 0 for 1 today, 350 on the season. Big inning here for Justin Slayton, as the cutter judged outside by the home plate umpire.
That's a ball.
Now that one was a rightful ball. This should be a 1-1 count here. (2-0). And the cutter on the bottom edge, 2-1. Wait, what? Yeah, 2-1. No, that was correct. I got confused for a second. Hit in the air to the left side. That one will go foul. Had that one been kept straight, that would have cleared the monster easily. 2-2 for Hernandez. Slayton will be looking outside. There it is. Cutter high and away. Finds his own for strike 3, and Hernandez goes down looking in the top of the fifth. You gotta be swinging in the top of the fifth. That brings up Seiya Suzuki. Let's be fair to Suzuki. 350 on the season, 7 RBI. He's already 1 for 1 in today's game. That one is hit pretty well. Also foul. It was. Where do you want him to go to? If it's a foul ball, he's pointing to second. Silly goose. That one foul. 0-2 for Suzuki. Following Suzuki is Cal Raleigh. Now, Cal Raleigh can change the game with a swing of a bat. That part is for true. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Suzuki swings at it on the inside edge. And Slayton is looking fantastic on the mound right now, but can he survive against Cal Raleigh? That's got to be the million-dollar question. Cal Raleigh 0 for 1 today.
1-0.
Slayton, realistically, what he's going to want to do here, you almost want to walk Raleigh, bring up Nimmo. Nimmo batting the 100 that he is. Honestly, if I'm the Red Sox manager, I may want to consider throwing an intentional walk to Cal Raleigh. And it's a 2-0 count, both of them outside. So it may not be an intentional walk, but a walk nonetheless. 2-0 the count. Once again, the look outside. That one actually finds the zone. Raleigh doesn't swing 2-1. I don't think Raleigh's in position here to be looking at pitches, though. He's got to swing. Cutter on the inside corner, 2-2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. swing at that one. Outside cutter. We'll do it again. Keep in mind that this game goes to extras. Cal Raleigh could very well be that runner on second if we get to that point. Which, I mean, he's not the quickest of fellas. Let's be real. He does have 3 extra base hits on the season. One of the team leaders in that stat category. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big inning there for Justin Slayton. Sits down the Blue Jays in order. This one is tied 1 apiece heading into the bottom of the 5th. And on the mound is going to be Jimmy Garcia. Now, here is the issue for Garcia and the Blue Jays. Abreu, who already has a solo homer in this game. Springer, who, despite being 0 for 5, can't hit the baseball. And Ryan Jeffers. And then the top of the order with Pete Crow Armstrong. Realistically, unless all 3 of these batters here are sat down in order, I don't see a way that Toronto wins this game, or at the very least even takes it to extras. I think Garcia's got to get him out now. Fastball high, 1-1.
1-1.
And the sweeper, top edge, 1-2. Inside. 2-2 for Abreu. Inside, swinging at the curveball. Abreu goes down on a wild pitch there to be able to swing at. Great pitch from Garcia to get him choked up and to get him to believe he could swing at it. But, I mean, that is... Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about that one. George Springer stepping up now. First offering is foul. Oh, 1 to Springer. That one hit well, but foul. And again, what we're seeing is a lot of pitches being hit well, just not exactly timed correctly. Inside.
1-2.
And the fastball high, 2-2. Two and two for Springer. That one fouled behind. That was going to be a good curveball there for Garcia. I think that actually might be thankful for Garcia. I'm not sure that one would have found the zone. That one foul. We'll do it again. Two and two. Curveball outside. Ryan Jeffers on deck. That one foul. Good contact from Springer. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and Springer, in a big circumstance here for the Red Sox, goes down swinging. Now here's the thing. Do you want Ryan Jeffers to be the runner on second if you get him out here? Or would you rather... I don't know. That's a difficult call. Because I think Jeffers could realistically do some damage. One good swing of the bat from Pete Crow Armstrong, and Jeffers is in there to score. That one 0-2 as Jeffers swings and misses. I will still say this. I think the Red Sox still are the favorites to win this game. I think the Blue Jays have had the opportunity to be able to make something happen, and they just quite haven't.
1 ball.
0-2 in the fastballs, high 1-2. This one increasingly likely, looking as if it's going to extras, but we'll have to wait and find out. 1-2 the count. Foul. We'll do it again. And the curveball low, 2-2. And the sweeper outside, 3-2 the count. Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. That one fouled behind. We'll do it again. That one fouled. Let's go for the 9th pitch of the at-bat here. That one fouled. Jeffers is really trying to hold on here. 10th offering of the at-bat. And we'll do it again. Jeffers really wants to hit this ball and clear the fence. Let me tell you something, what a story that would be. And, oh, that one's going to get past Guerrero. Ryan Jeffers will make his way to first, potentially even second. The throw on its way, and he's into second sliding. Ryan Jeffers takes an at-bat 11 pitches deep and ends up with a double. As that one scoots past Guerrero on the ground, Guerrero couldn't make the diving play to get the stop. What a way for this game to get interesting, for the Red Sox to be on the precipice of winning. This will be the end of the day, however, for Jimmy Garcia, who had a very promising start to this one. And unfortunately, just couldn't finish off Ryan Jeffers. It will be now Nick Sandlin. Sandlin stepping up. Pete Crow Armstrong is his opponent. Armstrong, Marte, Devers, the next three. But it may not matter. That one hit well in the air. That one is going to be off the monster, and that's going to be the ball game. Pete Crow Armstrong, once again, will walk it off for the Boston Red Sox, and they will take this one 2-1. What a fantastic way to be. That's also the first extra base hit of the season for Pete Crow Armstrong. And I hate to say I was correct, but I was absolutely correct. You could not allow the Red Sox any sort of competent opportunity to make this game interesting, and that's exactly what the Blue Jays did. So that'll move the Red Sox to one of the top spots in the American League. The Blue Jays will most likely drop to third. What a fantastic game that was, and we still got one coming up for you.
And people have joked over the years, Great American Small Park.
Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. MLB The Show brings you baseball on a rainy night. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set. And today on the hill, Garrett Crochet. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one finds the zone, and we're off and rolling in Miami. Just missed. Late swing fouled off. The 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The second baseman, Bryce.
This is Bryce Terang. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Bichette on at first, nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike. Fastball is outside. To short, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Here's Mookie to hit. And there's the strike.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
Now snap throw to first. Terang back in on a dive. Man at first, 1 away. And a foul ball. Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next offering upstairs. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Kyle Tucker. Inside, just missed. Two outs. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering in there for a strike. Now 1-2.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
The 1-2. Caught him looking for the K.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the hill in this one, Tyler Glasnow.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
We go to the bottom of the first, and the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Hard hit, right side. Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Chopper right side. Terang over to first. Yeah.
That is good. Third baseman.
Now Machado up here. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Glasnow ready and deals. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second, here's Josh Young.
The third baseman, number 6, Josh Young.
Crochet back to work. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Fouled off. He was late. Close one. Doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
That one fouled off. 2-2. And that one cutting but missing down low. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. De La Cruz tosses to first and quickly one away in the second.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Christian Walker. Clips the corner. It's 0-1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Oh, that man, Darryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Pitch misses there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. 1 out, base is empty. This one in the air. Torres. And there's 2 down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Just missed. Top of the zone for a called strike. Second inning here, no score. Late swing, foul to the left.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next pitch is outside. Adley Rutschman up next for the Brewers. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nobody left for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect them to swing at.
This one smacked out to left center. Alvarez pulls it down and he makes the catch. One down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
He was all over that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. A chance now to take the lead. And at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
One out. Runner at second. Gleyber Torres, the next up for the Marlins. That clips the corner.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Ball one.
Chisholm leads off second with one gone in the inning. Pickoff throw. Chisholm back on a dive. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike two. And there's a ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Runner at second here, one gone. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Jazz on his horse coming around third. He'll score.
That's a good jump right there. You got two strikes on you, just got to battle.
One down. And now the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. One out and a runner at second. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's Contreras now. Foul ball there. Man on second, two down. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That's a laser base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So 2 down. Now here's Nolan Jones, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. That one
That's
off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Counts 1-0. That's out.
Just off the inside edge. Ellie De La Cruz next to hit for the Marlins. Two outs. That pitch in for a strike, and now 3-1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Tucker should have it. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Marlins 2 and the Brewers nothing. Back here in Miami, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Brewers catcher now, Adley Rutschman. That one fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And a foul ball. Pitch misses. 1-2 to count.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That misses. 2-2. On the ground to short, De La Cruz zips it to first. Rutschman retired.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Yandy Diaz now. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
One down, base is empty. Off the mark there, and 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
One gone, runner at first. Bo Bichette up now for the Brewers. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. And ball 1.
1-0.
Tying run at the plate. Lifted in the air, right field. Jones settles underneath it, squeezes it, and there's 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. 0 for 1, he hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one's in there, 0-1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Jeremiah Estrada, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Tinoco also getting ready. Diaz leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1. Two outs. Got him to chase one above the zone there.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Mookie Betts digging in a huge spot. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In there at the knees. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball
Just missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Fastball is outside. Swung on, belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The tying run comes around from first.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That is upstairs for ball 1. And another ball.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
That one finds the corner, and it's a full count. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. King Tuck goes down on strikes. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Tap foul at the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Brian Reynolds here. Grounded out his first time up. Glasnow picks to first. De La Cruz dives back in safely. And fouled off. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Runner at second, nobody out. Check swing called strike. And that's strike two. That's to third. In plenty of time to first. And they take care of Reynolds for the out.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Manny.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
First offering, and it just misses. The Brewers have some bullpen action. Edward Cabrera, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Koenig warming up as well. Check on the runner, and he's back in safely.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
Fought off foul. Close, but called a ball. 2-1. Next offering misses down and away.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And a curveball is just outside. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his third of the game.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that misses. Ball one. Two on, two outs. Pitch misses. Now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one misses. And it's 3-0. Gleyber Torres in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Two aboard, two outs.
Hey.
Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 3-2. To third, but that rolls foul. Got him! Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Anthony Bender.
Now pitching to the Marlins, number 37, Anthony Bender.
Josh Young up now for the
The
Brewers.
first baseman, number 6, Josh Young.
The pitch. That's off the inside
That's
corner,
inside.
and it's 1-0. Sliced hard but foul. Right through there for a strike. Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Next for Milwaukee, Christian Walker. And the sweeper is off the plate. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here's Yordan Alvarez, known for his late inning heroics. There's the strike. And that drops in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one just misses.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away.
2-2 in the count.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here's Adley Rutschman. Grounded out his first time.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Yeah, he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
In the dirt. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings. You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
That missed by a lot. 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Yandy Diaz in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
Next for the Brewers, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
No, this has been a good, tight game so far, but now that error looms pretty large. I got to think that's going to weigh on him for a little while, unless somehow they can come back and win this thing.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. 1 for 2. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Two outs. That one down the line. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes into second. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead to the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Brewers 5 and the Marlins 2. Now into the ball game on defense, Mark Vientos. He takes over as the new first baseman. So up next, Gleyber Torres.
The second baseman, Torres.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
No ball,
Man,
2 strikes.
91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
That
One
hits
ball,
the dirt, and
2
the count
strikes.
1-2.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And here's the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. He's 0 for 1.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next offering is in for a strike. And
That's a ball.
downstairs. And that skips in the dirt.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 outs, base is empty. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Up and in, ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's inside. And the count now 2-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 down, nobody on.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
In the dirt, and the count is 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jesus Tinoco.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Up now for Milwaukee, Bryce Terang.
Right. Correct.
That catches the corner.
0-1.
Next
That's a
offering
ball.
upstairs.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And that
New
one
ball,
almost
1
hit him.
strike.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And Mookie takes. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Mookie Betts down on strikes.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Tucker in the box again. Takes the strike. He swings and fouls one off. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Next offering is outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone, really making them work out there.
That one not close, and it's 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. And it remains 5-2. Back now. And on the mound, the closer, Felix Bautista. He has a great slider with tons of movement. So digging in, Nolan Jones. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. That's in there. That's strike 1.
You know, these Marlins, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count 1-2. And that one missing low.
2-2 to count.
And they'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's one down.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
That one ripped, but foul. And there's a foul ball. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Really nice job, a two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Now it's going to be Brian Reynolds.
Ball one, no strike.
Fastball is outside. And that is out of play. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. De La Cruz, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only one out remaining.
Looked like he reached back and got a little extra on that one. Triple digits on the miles per hour through the zone. No chance of touching that one.
Marlins down to their final out. Manny Machado, the next up for the Marlins. That misses. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Save it. That's two stolen bases now for Ellie De La Show. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. When you see that sprint speed on StatCast right there, it's elite and just makes it very tough on the defense. A lot of pressure on those guys.
That one a little bit high, and that's ball two.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And a strike. Bautista is just one strike away. That misses, and now it's 3-2.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run and the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Right through there, got him. That finishes the evening's action.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.